Jake Gyllenhaal spent this much on a date with Taylor Swift? So, how much has your significant other spent when it comes to going on a date? The actor Jake Gyllenhaal was previously accused of spending more than $165,000 on a single visit to Taylor Swift in 2010. According to reports, his then-girlfriend Taylor was flown to London by private aircraft. She was there for 24 hours, he said at the time. Jake considered spending time with Taylor to be a top priority. The two of them would have missed each other if he had not done this, since he was required to return to the United States.
Neighborhood and there were children around?
It wasn't me driving, man. It was you. You're the one that's driving.
According to a reliable source, renting an aircraft would have cost him at least $165,000. Hello everyone and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing Jake Gyllenhaal spent this much on a date with Taylor Swift? Yeah, you heard it right, so let's jump right into our video. He was never upfront about his connection with Swift, even though the two were often seen together. During the latter part of 2010, the two were involved in a short flirtation. According to Swifties, All Too Well was written just for him and his situation. Taylor Swift is a pop singer from the United States. Precisely in time for Taylor's upcoming publication of Red, Taylor's version, the release date has made headlines. According to the program, the album will be released on October 22, 2021. Jake Gyllenhaal allegedly paid $165,000 in 2010 only to visit Taylor Swift, even though the relationship was no longer going strong at the time. He paid $160,000 for Swift's 24-hour travel from Los Angeles to London, taking place on a private jet he chartered himself. Spending time with Taylor was the essential thing to Jake on this trip. Their time together would have been cut short otherwise due to his return journey to the United States, which would have cost him upwards of $165,000 in plane rental costs, among other expenses. Swift had him remain at the Dorchester for most of the 24-hour conference, which he mainly spent locked up in his hotel room. The Dorchester suite at the hotel costs around $8,841 per night, so the difference in pricing is not huge. Even though Swift never formally confirmed their engagement, the two were often photographed together. Because they were only together for a few months towards the end of 2010, it seems that their romance was short-lived. Despite their little time together, Swifties think that Gyllenhaal was the inspiration for All Too Well. In anticipation of Taylor's upcoming release of Red, Taylor's version, which will include new versions of her best-known songs, as well as re-recorded versions of her most famous songs, the great event has made a triumphant return. According to the schedule, the album will be published on October 22, 2021. All 30 tracks initially slated to appear on Red are being made available for the first time on this site. On Twitter, Taylor shared a link to one of the videos more than 10 minutes in length, along with an emoji of a red scarf. According to Swifties, the song All Too Well, which contains a reference to a scarf in the lyrics, is a 10-minute song due to the use of the red scarf emoji in the song's title and lyrics. You saved my old scarf from the first week because it reminds you of purity and smells just like me, she explains as she plays music in the background. Because you recall every detail of what occurred, it's difficult to get rid of the feeling.
Looking good, Taylor. Taylor. Taylor.
During the time of their meeting, Gyllenhaal's net worth was estimated to be about $60 million. Swift, on the other hand, was expected to have a net worth of $20 million. Currently, Gyllenhaal's net worth is estimated to be approximately $80 million, whereas Taylor's net worth is estimated to be in the region of $400 million or more. When asked about the introduction of Swift and Gyllenhaal, Gwyneth Paltrow said in an interview with USA Today that she had played a role. To tell you the truth, I'm a little nervous about saying what I'm going to say. Weird thing about this is that when it comes to how the general public learns about these things, I've developed a keen interest. Given how long ago it was written, I'm baffled as to why it's just now being made available on the internet. Taylor is a good friend of Chris Martin's, and they have a lot in common. Her husband, she has known Jake for a long time, and she has a positive opinion of him as a nice individual. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comments section what you thought of this one. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the next video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.